Hey, what's up everyone? Pericles here and wanted to make a quick video where really I open up my sources to the different information that I've been discovering for myself, and I want to help you form your own opinion. So I want to run over the different sources that I have personally come to study, and then really I want you to see them as a story, and I want you to let your intuition tell you what's true and what isn't true, because I think it's very important that we all take responsibility for our lives and start understanding that what's happening in the exterior world is something is dodgy going on. Some they're not telling us the full truth. So I think it's very important that every human being around the globe starts saying, okay, it's my life. I'm going to start discovering the information of what's going on in the world, and I'm going to trust myself to find out what's the truth. Not the media, not my dad, not Pericles, not my friend. My own guidance system, my own intuition, my own instinct is going to decide what's true and what isn't. Because honestly, within us, we know exactly what's right for us. So as long as we keep listening to our inner guidance systems, our life will, I personally believe that our life will always work out the right way. So what I want to do is I want to show you some sources that maybe you haven't seen before. And then you're very welcome to click in whatever you want to click, and watch whatever you want to watch, read whatever you want to read, and to go about your own journey. So let's get right into it. I should put my face. Hello, I'm right here. Lovely. So, study material to awaken. We're going to cover 4 sections. The first one being the coronavirus, what's really going on. Then we're going to cover the child trafficking, the operation that's currently undergoing, and also the deep state that caused the child trafficking. Then we're going to get into the higher beings, the extraterrestrials that have been helping us get rid of the deep state and other problems. And then, of course, we're going to discuss quickly the truth about Mr. Trump, because he's the main person behind it for the human race in terms of helping us. He's taking a lot of the frontline show, and there's important to start really seeing the truth behind his man, because when I learned it, I started crying. He's a beautiful, beautiful soul, beautiful human being, and I would be very happy for you guys to experience that too. So let's get right into it. Coronavirus, the important thing. So the people who created it were caught in early January. Okay, so this is an official article from the official Justice Department of the United States. It clearly states that the chairman of biochemistry in Harvard was caught being paid from Wuhan for 3 years and caught smuggling vials, and now he's going to be in prison. So that really shows that the US has been on top of it for before anyone even know about it. So if they caught the creators this early, that means they've been on it for a long while. You know, they really have everything planned out, and what the media is portraying that, oh my god, chaos, run around, people are dying. It's all fake. It's really largely exaggerated. Really, like governments are on top of coronavirus very, very well, and there's no reason to worry about it anymore. I'm sure, I know it's very painful. Some people did get damaged, but there's other things in the world which are much more disastrous, which require our attention, and not coronavirus. Second link here, you can see the event that Bill Gates did in October 2019. That was done by the bad guys, the cabal, to kind of prepare everyone for how to react in this situation. Then also here you can have click on 4 different documentaries that really explain what's going on. You know, the different viruses that would get released, why they got released, the damage of it, how bad it is, the fake numbers. There's a lot of stuff here. There's a 4-part documentary that keeps getting deleted, and they keep re-uploading. So at the moment it's currently up, so you can enjoy that. So that's very important, because you start being like, okay, coronavirus, something, okay, this is the truth about it. Then right after, we're going to go into the child trafficking in the deep state. Very important. Europol posted an article. There's the biggest child trafficking operation ever to be known in human history is currently happening. It was announced 2 weeks ago by Europol. Europol is the official European organization, kind of like the European FBI, if you want to call it. They have discovered 9 million pictures and videos of kids being sexually abused. The operation is undertaken in 40 different countries, so that's a huge operation. And the FBI sources say there's currently 40 million people approximately being sexually trafficked. So we're talking about the hugest operation that's going on with 40 million people, and people still are focusing on coronavirus. Like, who cares, man? Like, there's much more important issues in the world. That's what I mean. Right after, it's a funny Golden Globes Award. Mr. Ricky Gervais exposed all the deep state, all the bad Hollywood people in a joking way, but of course you can really see the hatred of someone who's been involved, but he didn't know what was going on. Very beautiful. Then, of course, the Out of Shadows documentary, which is not available on YouTube by search. It really explains all the fake news that's been happening, the extent of our fake history, and also exposes the Hollywood scandal. Then right after, we have the introduction to brief introduction to QAnon, who they are, what the plan to save the world is, and who the bad guys are. Then in this video, you see how the bad guys are gonna fall, like the ending, if you wanna, so to speak. Then right after we have the different, so it's an 10-part documentary. Just under you have 1, 2, 3, 4, basically explains our history, very useful. Official Q breadcrumbs, so Q, the man behind, who appeared in 2018 and started giving hints to the public of what's going on in the world. He has an official, if you want to call it, website where he leaves different hints for you to discover what they mean. You can go right here. Also QAnon on Twitter, good source if you want to have a good laugh in the evening, a lot of memes, sometimes good information. I say conspiracy because some fake news too, but very good for laughing, a lot of good memes here. So this is really like an important part because the child trafficking operation is just really the intro to the satanic rituals that all these bad guys do. Happens a lot with kids for reasons which you will discover, but really this section is very important. Now this section is also very important as well. I don't consider the coronavirus too important. I personally don't pay attention to it anymore. I really don't think it's... Anyways, E.T. and higher beings. So it's very important to understand that if you stop here, then you get depressed because you're like, holy moly, there's only evil in the world and everything is horrible and everyone's dying and what are we going to do? We're prisoners. So it's very important to start believing and start opening up our minds to the fact that there's other beings that are helping us, that we're getting help from outside the world to help us defeat the bad guys around us. And just being open to that idea and really studying the information that's there, really, it's kind of hard not to believe by the end of it because you're like, wow, this is beautiful. We're really loved unconditionally from whoever is up there. Few good sources. So Michael Love on Facebook, he has some great Facebook posts. They get from 1,000 to 2,000 shares per post. He is connected to the Security Council and gets a lot of information from the Galactic Security Council. Right here, there's his Facebook page. Elizabeth Day, a very beautiful woman. She's been connected to the Galactic Federation. So there's a Galactic Federation that's been protecting planet Earth since 2012. She's been connecting to them and talking to them, several meetings, very beautiful information, very right on point and very practical. That's what I love about her. Aluna K, she's a sheer. She seems to be as connected to the Galactic, but more to the Earth Alliance. She has a lot of details and information about the trials that are happening, the indictments. Over 500,000 people are meant to be trialed. She has details and also connected with spirituality. Also a very beautiful person to follow on Facebook. Then Stephen Greer. He's been briefing every single president on UFOs and secret space programs since Bill Clinton. So he released the first documentary where he explains everything and he exposes pictures and videos that nobody has seen before. The documentary cost 20 euros. I bought it. Here's the login information. You're very welcome to log in, download it offline, and then watch it on your own terms. Beautiful, just beautiful evidence, just real evidence that just makes you go like, man, the world is not what I think it was. And then we're going to go into Gaia videos. So all these videos you see are all available for 72 hours. So if you're seeing this video early, you will have access to them. If this video you're seeing it after 3 days, you're welcome to message me and I will send you the free links, or you're welcome to get a free Gaia membership, and then you can actually, for the first month, and then you can watch those links yourself. Randy Kramer, he was a secret space program soldier who was basically sold to different species around the world, lived 17 years on Mars, beautiful introduction. Then he speaks about his mission on Inner Earth. Inner Earth, Earth is hollow, there's many species living here. He went there and he met those species and talked to them and explains his experience. Then he also had a mission in the solar system. He explains what's really going on in the solar system, the different planets, like the different species, the intergalactic trade that's happening. We're trading a lot with other species. You'd be surprised. And then we're going to get it right to Matthias Di Stefano. Matthias Di Stefano is a man who has complete memory of his Akashic records, meaning that basically he remembers everything from the moment his soul was born. He has past life memories from millions and millions of years ago. He explains how his soul was created and how sacred geometry is in everything in the world and all the different patterns, Fibonacci, and how everything is a pattern and everything is interconnected. And he just explains it in very beautiful detail, like how this world really works. Beautiful human being. And then I have another video for you where he remembers, and it's really what's beautiful about him, and also Randy, because they talk about very advanced stuff, but really you see they're recalling from memory. And also important to know, Randy passed a polygraph test. It's very hard to fake a polygraph test, and really they're just recalling from memory. So they had experiences in some dimension and they are just remembering them and they're sharing them. So it's very beautiful. So yeah, our direct ancestors about 20, 30,000, 40 years ago, up to 100, 200, I believe. were two races, Atlanteans and Lemurians, and he kind of goes into detail how we came from them, about the pyramids, how they're used for raising our consciousness, and how the pyramids here, but on the bottom there's the same chamber, and how this is the sacred geometry of the 9 dimensions. Long story for you to discover if you find that this is where you need to click. And then, of course, finally, we have the truth about Trump. I've come to love this man. He's just beautiful hero who literally sacrificed everything he knew to liberate us. And I'm so happy that someone was brave enough to take the mission, and it's beautiful. So here you have his election speech. So nobody ever saw that speech, but this was the speech he gave before he got elected in 2016. I cried when I heard it. Right after, you have a nice background of him. So there's different clips when he was younger. 25 minutes, you see different stories that that folded themselves out over the years. Here, which is very cool. So did you know that since 1960s, all of our countries have been meeting together for an annual prayer breakfast? And in the one that happened in February, it was the 68th or 63rd, I don't remember the exact number, but the official annual prayer breakfast. There were over 140 countries there on an annual prayer breakfast. 140 countries. Nobody freaking speaks about that, the fact that we're all gathering together to pray. What's going on in the world? Really, there's just so much more than what we've been told, and it's just such a shame to be sleeping still, you know? And then finally, you have the real story of how Trump came to power, exactly what happened, how he geniusly planned everything, including how he was racist and how he was sexist. And it's all very brilliantly planned out, and you really see the genius behind his master plan and the people that are helping him. And that's the last link. So there's a lot of different information here. This document is available at the description at the bottom of the video, so you're welcome to click on it. Also, you're welcome to hit me up, Pericles Economides on Facebook, or if you have me on WhatsApp, you're welcome to hit me up. I'll have some information in the description if you need some help. I really hope you take the time to start discovering the truth for yourself. Honestly, the earlier the better, and really trust your intuition to guide you towards what you need to study and what you believe is true. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your commitment to wake up. You cannot imagine how much it's helping yourself, and most importantly, helping the one living organism that we're all a part of. Thank you, and love and light to you. See you soon. Take care.